Hey, Genetic J. Hey, Anubis. What is up? Howdy, Spectre. Howdy, Silver.
Good evening.
We are back on the Emerald Coast. And, well, we're still fighting the clock. It's 6 o'clock. And, well, our seed is now closed. But, happily, we do have the pallet of seed over at the shop. I'm going to run down here to the shop and fill up our seeder. Just finished seeding field 19. So just to recap, we got field 3, 9, 18, and 19 soybeans. We are frantically working on field 2. See if maybe we can get it rolled down into soybeans before the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, our planting season is over for the potential of a fall harvest. So we want to try to maximize our money here in the first year. Already facing a fairly big expense because we've got a sugar beet field to bring in. There's the gate closed, you can't go in there. So we're gonna have to rent some type of sugar beet harvester to bring that harvest in. Looking at the prices earlier, and it's gonna be like $50,000 just to lease the big Ropa sugar beet harvester. Or it could be like $50,000 to buy a small tow-behind sugar beet harvester. Hey, Falco. Hey, Bryant. What's up? Oh, no. That's good news and horrible news. You're no longer single and you no longer have free time. You figured out how you're going to do your beet harvest on Hoff?
The cheap beet harvester that you put in.
The Russian affair? Or the tow behind, or the thing that Ken did, what it wanted?
The Russian affair.
Okay, I haven't been in the server for a while, but I hear Spectre or Silver Dragon might be close to a millionaire now.
Well, if I keep selling out the biogas bottles, oh boy, good.
Hey Falco, what's up? Okay, we're gonna park that here.
That's interesting. His farm name at the in the tablet doesn't show him that way.
I haven't looked yet, but apparently he was rolling in some dough when he sold some biogas.
He shows a balance of 150. 150,000. That's a long way from a million.
Oh, you know, he probably went and spent it all on something.
He's probably laundering his money.
Probably has like 5 trucks now and 10 trailers for no good reason whatsoever.
No. I bought my tractor and I bought my planter for the seedlings.
Ah, the trees.
Yes.
What on earth are you doing up here, buddy? Man. Oh, Falco, we don't know that. We don't know that. I don't know what language that is.
How are you?
Let's see here, what we got? 44 minutes. And oh, is it?
Yeah, you've been kind of quiet, haven't you?
Second. All right. 47 minutes. 6:30. I don't really think we're gonna get. I don't think we're gonna have a chance to get this field turned over at this rate. Okay. Can I write about the best of something?
What y'all up to?
I'm just streaming here on Emerald Coast. The other two, I guess, are just hanging out.
I'm trying to get my PC running. Today was my first time playing on long mode. I had started a multiplayer server. Still ain't got nothing done.
Just making butter.
There we go. Alright, we're just gonna... Maybe we can do this faster manually. How many barrels can you get made in a day's worth of milk? Hey, DC.
Yeah, it produces like 1,000 liters a day, roughly.
Well, it's a couple $1,000 a day of steady income.
Butter produces about the same, and I can make about 30 grand a day, something like that.
That's pretty steady. Oh, I'm doing pretty good, yeah. So we're just back here on Emerald Coast tonight, seeing if we can get this field turned over before midnight. I guess Genetic J is going to be my Google Translate tonight. Hey, Darren. I was watching Reefy's museum map. He's like a kid in a candy shop with the update. Good on you for that. Gonna be completely unrealistic and plow this way.
Yo, I'll be right back. Make a phone call real quick.
I think I'm gonna be on Friday. I think on Friday's stream I'm gonna do Hoff, and I think I'm gonna buy up some ponies. The ponies started. Now that I got bedding material, I still got to get on and pay you.
Now, this is interesting. The little menu that pops up when you go near the compactor that shows the status bars.
Yeah.
Says that I have 1,560 liters of milk, pasture milk that's available. But when you go to the machine, it's not there.
I don't know. I barely used that in the testing. Pretty good, Chris. Oh, okay. Well, I can't take credit for any mods or maps. That is for sure. I don't,
There it is. Figured it out.
I haven't built any. Maybe just the maps that I play, maybe the mods that I'm playing with. But yeah, I definitely can't take credit for making any. Supposedly there's a way you can get that darn thing to make more than one jug of milk at a time. You still have all your cows?
All 12 of them, yeah.
Done 193 chickens. said, I'm expecting your number to go down, but how fast the number goes down, I don't know, because I haven't gone into the map to analyze the script to see what its usage is.
How many chickens did you start with? 200?
Yep. I filled up all 3 coops with 200. That was... What day was that? Sometime last week. I've been dropping about 1 chicken a day. But I can probably pull in about 25-30K a day. So losing losing $140 worth of, or no, lose 1 chicken every coop. Losing $210 worth of chickens every day is, I think, manageable.
It's chicken feed.
Chicken feed is pretty cheap. It's like $50 for 200 liters. Needed like 8,000 liters. Fill that up. Yeah, no, well, it's a very popular place. I've been feeling bad, feeling I need to get back into Willow River myself again.
It would be nice if the Kazan had the auto loan feature for all the items that are on here, like for the butter and the milk and the apple carts and the...
Yeah, that's going to take someone a lot more smarts than me to do.
Yep, I guess I got to get the golf cart, huh?
That golf cart is nice. Or cheaper if you've got a tractor that's got a front and rear 3-point. Get the Flegel rear deck, and you can hook that to the front and back of your tractor. It'll hold probably close to as many things, and that Flegel rear deck will should do all the Hoff stuff too.
I might just get the trailer for the golf cart.
A little golf cart trailer. You can road train those. Hey Johnny, glad you finally got that video working.
Now, don't give away my secrets.
The Flegel trailer pack will also do the Hoff stuff.
At DPW 80.
The DPW, all the DPW Flegel trailers. It's in that category. There, I got it up on stream. The Flegel DPW pack. There's 5 or 6 different types of trailers. There's even a lift.
There's trucks in that group, huh?
Yeah, there's a couple trucks. Options.
Yeah, I think the golf cart trailer will be...
See, like this DPW 150 can hold 118 apple or chicken boxes, 39 butter, cheese, or eggs or trash, 82 geese or chicken feed.
How many butter?
39. That's the DPW 150. 180 will hold 57 butters. The 150 that's a dolly, and then there's a 150 that's a regular trailer. There's a Offlurger, which is a semi-trailer that holds 57. There's a couple little trailers that hold 11 and 15.
Does it tell you what the golf cart trailer holds?
That
What are you reading? It's not in information's not in the shop.
yeah, it's in my shop. It's in the shop. It's the same mod I got on this one. No, the little golf chart doesn't tell you what it holds. If you go to the shop, there is a category called Legal DPW Pack. It's right below tippers. The description of all those trailers at the bottom tells you how much everything.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the one that's in the off-roadman equipment category.
Okay. No, that's a different pack. That's a whole Fleagle pack that I put in. Well, thank you very much, Falco. Oh, and I missed a little bit. You know, one thing I do need to test. Test something real fast. I don't know if this will plant seed directly over a plowed surface. It will. That'll save me time. Right. So I just need to get this plowed. Then I can spray it and seed it. Uh-oh, I turned something on.
I'm sorry, it's in the miscellaneous category.
Oh, I turned something on. I turn on. I don't know what I turned on. I know it has to do with that helper mod, but I don't know how to turn it off. Alright, well, we'll just leave it like that. You can see the... Well, I already talked about the deflate and inflate air pressure, but it doesn't seem to work for me. Uh-oh, Darren's getting in it. What's Darren saying now? Oh my gosh. Watch out, Falco. Who knows what on earth Darren's saying?
Be right back, guys.
You know, let's go over here and see if I can hire a worker. Because if I hire him from this side, even though this is angled, it's getting longer, so he should be able to deal with it.
Golf carts hold bales?
Yeah. At least they hold squares. I don't know how many rounds they hold. They hold 2 squares each.
Look out, man. I'm a big bale guy now.
We're going to have him run. We're going to go spray this field. Then we're going to start planting. Yeah, you can put 2 square bales on the truck and on a trailer with auto load. It might only take 1 round bale. I don't know. Hold 2.
I guess I'm going to square bales anyway. if I ever find time to do bales.
Because you're spending all your time playing with butter.
I am. That's where the money is.
You seem to think you got pretty good money in the beets. Once they come in, your beet paste.
Well, I don't think anybody's gonna be buying it. There's only one really client for that, and that's Jonathan.
But you can sell it, right?
To the store, I don't think it pays, or to the, whatever, I don't think it pays that much though.
Sure.
I'm probably just gonna have lots of it.
Bet you if you palletize it up, they'll pay. I don't know if I wanted to see Darren's t-shirts. Not after what he put on early Willow River. Hey Blake, what's up? Coming by? Oh no! Back up. Watch, we're gonna have like part of this field done and part of the field won't be planted at all. Got Dwayne again. I did try some of the stuff that I was talking about earlier. I tried to do a mission on the potato field, and it wouldn't give me a mission to harvest the potatoes. So drats on that. And then right before the stream, I tried to do a mission on field 8 to harvest some wheat. Thought it'd be tricky, and I brought my truck down, parked on the side of the field. Pulled up to the truck with the harvester after I had a little bit of grain in it. Pulled out the pipe, and grain started to flow out of the pipe, but grain never went into the trailer. So can't park a truck next to a harvest mission and pull grain into the truck. Oh no. Yeah, I could take it to 1x speed, but not for me. We're basically gonna try to live and die by the 5x. If we run out of time, you just run out of time. We will try our best. In fact, go ahead and get this guy started on a course play seeding course. and wish for the best. Drone Ultima MR. Now, are you saying, are you running MR? Is that what you're meaning by that? Let's see. Imran. Alright. Where did you get the MR file for the Ultima? Did you get it from the database, the databank? So we got him seeding. We're going to stay ahead of him with the sprayer. And we got our guy over here plowing. We got 3 guys working on the field. Databank, okay. In the databank, there's like a spot for comments. Has anyone made a comment about that file with respect to the wheels not turning? Are you sure you've got the most recent databank file and the most recent version of the Ultima? Or at least the Ultima, I would make sure you get the mod from the link that the databank file points to, just in the event that maybe your version of the Ultima is different than what the databank file was built off of. I've seen some odd behavior before with MR when you use a databank file that is made for a different version of the mod that you're running.
Okay, I have a question for you. Didn't you absorb all the charges as the bank the other day?
Yeah, the other day.
So how come there's charges in here from July 4th?
Looking at your charges or the databank?
No, I'm looking at
The base.
Just the base unclaimed charges. Open items, just $20,000 in open items, and some of these date back to the 4th.
I don't know. Definitely zeroed them out the other day.
You're not in this map, right?
No.
Oh. But there's...
Silverin or anybody else?
Probably. Because this is interesting, because there's some wage payments, and I had some hired help, so before you cleared it, I had claimed these.
Yeah, you had cleared out a fair number of things. There was still one lease charge, and there were a few wage payments, and there were a whole bunch of charges that were just listed as other. That were like 600 and some bucks. So what was it? It was either Monday or Tuesday. I just went in and just cleared them out just to get everything cleaned up.
So the last charge on here was from the 8th of July. That's in here now. And I know you reset it after that. And I know that I reclaimed some stuff as soon as I had a working tablet. And now there's $20,000 of unclaimed expenses in here.
Yeah, I'd be interested if there's anybody else in the map. I'd be interested to see if they're seeing them. I know that think SimStation had an issue where he would stuff that was already claimed would show back up, and basically he went into the save game file and deleted some things out manually. But I'm gonna probably jump in after this stream, about an hour and a half, just to check on the chickens and pay Silver Dragon. I'll look at it then. I'm not the person to ask about map editing, that's for sure. My Discord is linked in the description. There are some folks in there that have created maps. Might be able to post a question and they can answer you, but I definitely am very, very, very basic with any mapping knowledge that I've got. I know that the patch dealt with seasons. I don't think the patch had anything to do with anything other than seasons. Or maybe there was an issue, I think the Ultima had an issue with some universal scripting and it affecting other balers that were in the game. But I would say put a comment, maybe just put a comment in there of what you're seeing. Maybe someone else could be able to answer you. SimStation does a lot of MR stuff. Oh. Went over there. Alright. That should keep him going for a bit. Beautiful evening sky here on Emerald Coast. So I did see that in the maps, in the mod testing, that Welker Farms was listed yesterday in the testing thread, but as of today, it was no longer in the testing thread. Testing topic, so it kind of leads one of two conclusions. We may possibly see Walker Farms very, very soon on the Mod Hub. It may be pending release, or it's been kicked back again. So we won't know until someone makes a post that knows inside story, or we see it obviously get released. But it was in testing, and now it's back out. There's that interesting Big Brute, which is the Big Bud sprayer contraption. That was still listed in testing. Looks like there is an update to Lone Oak that is in testing. Guy. See, this guy is second to Lone Oak. I have seen some photos of Lone Oak's sky, which is absolutely outstanding. The clouds rolling in now. What's your level at? 12%. Got rain in the forecast. I get her plow before the end of the... We're not going to get this whole thing seeded before the end of the day. That is sure. We'll have a little bit of seed in the ground. We'll be able to get a little bit of soybeans out of it. So let's look at let's look at what we're going to do for our beet harvest. We could buy this 88,000 and 17,000. We could lease it. Leasing it's pretty darn cheap, but it would take quite a while to do that field. We could go with the big boy, the Tiger, but the lease cost on that thing is $44,000, and then we've got to lease this at $7,000, so that is $51,000 worth of lease just to get our beets in. That is pretty darn expensive. But, you know, we're going to have to do it. We definitely don't have the money to buy the darn thing. I think we're just going to have to lease it. Oh, really? Oh, the clouds have rolled in. We might have to try it out. I went to GitHub the other day. I guess it was before the Monday stream. I went to GitHub before the Monday stream and pulled down the latest dev version of Courseplay. I saw it got updated in Mod Hub, and I'm like thinking, oh, well, I'll just go get the new version that's in GitHub because it will be more recent than the Mod Hub version. Go ahead and spray this here while we're at it. and the rain is coming. Well, that might just put an end to the whole process. Because that means the ground is going to get wet and everything is just going to start being compacted. I think that did it. Off and check the moisture. I mean, it's not going to jump up right away, but causing light compaction at this point. Let's get off the field. Get off the field. Cross parallel there. Let's go ahead. Oh, the Hof-Bergman map, I think it's going great. It's, I mean, we're only into our... We started our second week now. So, there's that. But, I think it's exceeded my expectations so far. There's the exhaust. Go ahead and intercept him. The auction went really well. Thought that was a really great auction that we did. And, you know, the map's been fairly active with respect to you know, people being on the map. The industry has really kept the map active through all of the spring. You know, on a normal map, people would be busy getting their fields prepped and everything and planted in spring, and then there really wouldn't be much reason to be on the map until summer, when there was maybe grass to do. People would do grass, and then there wouldn't be any reason to be on the map until autumn. But with all the production, you pretty much need to be on the map every day to keep up with your production, to keep your revenue coming in. So it keeps the map pretty steady. Right. Let's see what we did as far as our compaction. See that where we were making our turns were compacted. Where we're plowing, we obviously removed the compaction, but now we are starting to get some compaction here with respect to our driving on the field. Go ahead and put a kind of a halt to everything. Now we're going to go ahead and put this away. Well, let's go ahead and jump to tomorrow. At this point. Oh, look, our soybeans have already come up. Isn't that great? Let's see where our moisture is now. Oh, 58%. Oh my gosh. Stay out of the mud. Oh my. That is horrific. Let's just check. Light compaction. Everything's still light. Good. Now you don't cause any? How can you not be causing any? You were causing light earlier. Now late summer, and field 4 is ready to harvest, just like I was hoping it would be. So we're going to go ahead and harvest that. it's a big amount of money, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and get the ROPA, lease it, and get that field hammered out. Gonna pile the beets up. So let's look at the planting schedule. So we could put wheat, barley, or canola back in the ground now, but we are completely done to hopes of getting anything harvested this year. I am seriously thinking about putting poplar in field 3 next time we get a harvest, when we get our soybeans off of that. Field 4, maybe we will turn back around and put wheat in there for next year. You know, I think DC, I think Hoff is going so well at this point with respect to the economy stuff that if we move off of Hoff, you know, multiple game years later, that we probably will be looking for another production map to replace it with.
Oh, not much. Just trying to get mobile. I went out to my trailer and got my wheelchair. So, trying to get used to using it again.
Hey, are you on the map by any chance, Silver?
Yeah.
Spectre was seeing those charges that I took the other day and claimed he was seeing them on his tablet. I wonder if you could confirm that.
There is another set of charges there, though, almost 20,000, yes.
Alright. I don't know if Serenity... No, not lie. Just making sure it's somehow not stuck to your tablet, you know, with your app issues. I'll jump in again with bank and clear them out again. And it's only got 14 million, so.
Spectre,
Yes, sir.
did you clean your vehicles?
The only thing that not myself, no. The trailer I just bought.
Yeah, well. Yeah, there's vehicle running costs there, and there's some others there.
Should be hired workers and a couple of leases.
Yeah, so they were the ones you cleared out the other day there.
Yeah, look at the dates on them. That was before he cleared. Some go back to the 4th, and I know because I played for a long time on the 4th before we did it in the evening with the family because my wife had to work.
So that means that the server rolled back.
No, not necessarily.
It didn't roll back because I didn't have any cows when he cleared the cows.
I tell you, on the the Valley of the Old Farm, I was on that yesterday evening, and I was cultivating a field, and it was the first day of winter, like 7 a.m. the first day of winter. I get up this morning, and I check the web status page for that map, and it was reading a little past midnight the first day of winter. I was like, wait, what? It was 7 a.m. yesterday the first day of winter. How is it earlier on the same day now? So I had some other people like confirm, like, yeah, indeed, it was definitely the first day of winter when we were on last night, and it was after it is now. But then, like about, I don't know, 7 hours later, it was the second day of winter. Yeah, it was real odd. Let's clean that off. Now on Serenity Valley, there's Rise of Industry, and Rise of Industry is the production version. You know, that's an option. I don't know how well it would work with you know, really having multiple areas for different farmers to put their stuff in. But that is an option. The one thing that I'm thinking is there's a production map that I have wanted to play since the first day, or since I did a map video on it, and just haven't had an opportunity to. And it's Nicolandia DC for Director's Cut. And it's pretty, it's got a lot of production going on it, and it's mostly the Savapa aggro stuff. It's pretty heavy detailed and everything. So that would be a map that I would want to try to do if we went to. That is completely useless.
That map's intense.
That is completely useless.
What map is that?
The one that Klein's talking about right now.
Nicolandia DC.
Oh.
I was saying if DC in chat asked how Hoff was going. I said it was going a lot better than I could have imagined it would go. Because the production is basically keeping folks on the map. Because people that have the production stuff pretty much have to be on nearly every day to keep it running. You know, to keep a steady income coming. Whereas like with Germantown or just a normal map, you'd have a big spring rush and then people would get their stuff planted and then there wouldn't have any real reason to be on the map until summer. And maybe they did a bunch of mowing and stuff, and then they wouldn't have any reason to be on the map until autumn. You know, unless you had animals. But this, with production, and if everybody has production, you pretty much have a reason you need to be on the map pretty much every day.
It's pretty much why I like production maps.
So I was saying that if and when we decide ever to move away from Hoff, you know, after some number of game years, I would probably entertain doing this again, but it would need to be another production map. So DC asked if I was thinking maybe like Serenity Valley, production version of that.
I was going to say, I think the next map we probably end up doing, and obviously this is your server, I'm not trying to dictate, it's probably going to be Rockhound's new one.
It depends, you know, if it's ready in time, and also if it fits the. If we do an economy type stuff, if it fits, you're really having the multiple places for people to set up camp and stuff. Yeah, it's an option.
I'm liking this one because of the fact that okay, yeah, I'm running the biogas and stuff, but Tiger Man there is depending on me to give him his fuel and like to run his machine here, you know, and then he's got the palletizer sitting in his yard, and so there's the people have to come and use the palletizer, so I like how it's laid out.
Would you ever consider doing Mavericks or no?
I wouldn't be against it. Is it, is there multiple yards? Is it, like, I don't remember. I have not been on it for long, since we did the map video. Just, yeah, is there easy ways for people to really differentiate store their equipment stuff?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, there's large barns spread out through the whole map, so, you know, the person can take up a corner and say, this is my corner.
Yeah,
The farm.
that's what we're talking about, Rob.
Silo yards that has all the compost and fuel silos. There's the main farm. There's the BGA.
Okay, there we go.
There's the animal farm. Yeah, I mean, there's probably half a dozen places where people can set up shop.
That Spanish map. What was that Spanish map where you had to buy stuff?
Cantenebra Infinite or whatever.
Yeah. We'll have to see.
We tried that one on my server. It didn't last very long. We did Don Diego too for a while. That was okay.
What is this thing doing? Oh, it's still growing. What? What? Oh, still daggone it. I'll have to fix that. Ah, that was annoying. That's what we're talking about, Rob. Is I was saying that Rockhound's got a new map that he's working on, and the map that he's working on, he hopes he'll have out soon. And if he gets it out, you know, in time, then that could be the next map we could do. We'll have to see it.
I can't get the milk to spawn anymore. I think this has got the same issue with using the auto load.
Yeah, I would never pick anything up off of auto load because sometimes things get stuck like that. Just grab it and toss it.
Yeah, I think that's the case here. I think that's what happened.
Just like I try to never leave anything sitting in the auto load state. I always try to unload it before I leave the map, or before I save any game and exit where I used auto load. I've heard people talk about problems, come back, and whatever they've auto loaded is like scattered all over the place.
It's gonna be a short night for me on Hoff. I'm gonna go back to my single player.
Alright, well, it should reset at 4 when the map restart, or when the server restarts.
Oh, I'll be waiting. Such a smart aleck, huh?
How many? Yeah.
One of these days, he's just gonna pop.
One of these days, Alice.
To the moon.
Yeah, that show would never be allowed in today's, so I could be offended by someone's sneezing culture.
their sneezing culture?
Everything's offensive to everybody nowadays.
I gotcha. Can you imagine All in the Family being on now?
Yeah, it would never. It would never clear.
The meathead over here. God, that was such a great show too. It broke so many grounds.
All right, where is that one egg? Dang it! Dag nabbit! There it is. Got it.
TV now is terrible. I tell you.
It is. There's new. It's all British had a decent show, so they're like, well, let's try it over here, or they take a show that worked good over here and they take it over there, and original content. There's like Survivor Series 782.
Yeah, it's all reality. The last good show that I thought that was on was The Office. I still love that show.
These chickens down.
Man, Dragon's got quite the operation here.
Right? Looks kind of, well, other than this.
I've been tweaking it a little bit.
Come in here. Some weeds growing up.
Got a lot of tippers. I don't know when you'll use all those.
I told you. That's why he's only got $100-some thousand.
I have that many tippers because it takes 250,000 to fill.
All right, we're gonna need to get a water trailer.
The biogas machine there.
Right, we don't have a water trailer, do we?
And those tippers carry 100,000, so I can do it in 2 loads instead of bunch of the loads.
And we're gonna need
storage packs that you back.
25.
Oh, was that all?
What do we got? We got a
I bought that because I'm making
tipper.
so much
We need a little tipper.
What
Kind of
you call
tippers?
it
Do
there?
you have any tippers?
The digestate. I pull it out of the machine and put it in the tank, and Ken comes and takes it out of there.
Yeah, we got that. That's around the corner. That. All right, let's get in our little John Deere here. Let's go get our water trailer and get our chickens up and running. Now that we have wheat, we can do that.
Ken is doing well. Rasnick's doing well. Iceman's doing well. Tiger's doing well. I guess you're up there, Klein.
Yeah, what? 400? No. Oh, it's down to 300 some?
No, you're at 430.
Okay. Well, I probably got another 30 grand sitting in the sitting on the ground in the farm and chickens. Hopefully another 30 or 40 grand of chickens sitting in the incubator I gotta get out. Should have a decent amount of eggs to put back in the incubator. I decided I'm not gonna buy a harvester. Just have someone else harvest my barley for me. So that's 50 grand I don't need to buy.
Well, after I get the 60,000 liter trailer processed, I'll make 100,000 off of it.
I figure, why should I don't need to spend 50 grand if I can hire somebody out to harvest 3 fields for under $7,000.
So remember that grass in field 5 that I partially harvested to set up my cows?
Yeah.
When does the harvesting symbol go away from the HUD in that space? At the next growth stage, or?
In theory, the next time the grass grows, which probably will be when we jump to summer, early summer.
Okay, because all the grass is in the bright yellow now, and that's when I harvested, like the first day that pit came. So when it goes to the bed we want it, the harvest, the purple will go away.
Yeah, once all the grass jumps to the next stage, it should jump up.
Gotcha.
I think we're on day 15 of 18, right?
We're on day 16.
16 of 18. So is it morning, afternoon on day 16?
It's morning.
10:52.
But I've been on since about 4 o'clock this morning because I couldn't sleep, and it's already gone like it's running like a day and a half already.
Yeah, it's a little quicker than a day and a half. I was just trying to figure out how far into summer we're going to be on Friday when I get home. Probably be somewhere around day 2 of summer. So we're going to have to wait till early autumn to get our darn sugar beets. I'm going to have to put that money back in, the lease money back in the account. I was sitting on this PDA image and I saw that color and I thought, well, that means it's ready to harvest. I didn't see that I was showing fruit types, and I really should have been looking at growth, which would have showed me that that is definitely not ready to harvest. That was my goof up. I think I want to buy that little Sickle Bar Farming Classics mower to mow the grass for my ponies. Is there like a Classics pickup wagon? A little pickup wagon?
One sec, I'll take a look.
Yeah, I just left the map. I'm sorry.
Fine. Later, Genetic J.
My big fields and my.
You probably have already left though.
Make money fast. So, Dragon, I found a Mack Trident semi tractor that's interesting.
Let's see. Back up a little bit.
Cool.
That may make its way to Mavericks too.
It's not accepted. Where's accepted in the middle? I guess maybe.
Looks like a mini truck pickup wagon kind of deal. Kind of like the golf cart.
Oh yeah. How much is that?
$27.5.
Oh,
Mini truck pickup.
that's kind of expensive.
It's called the Butcher.
Yeah, so it's a pickup wagon version of the golf cart. Because the golf cart's
Large
the
wagon
Butcher.
version?
Yeah.
cool looking.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it for my ponies. I'm gonna use the little sickle bar to cut the grass. That little thing to pick it up for my ponies. Because I think the ponies need grass separate of hay.
Looks like it picks up 10,000 liters.
Oh, we got one, Rob. Plus, I kind of put a moratorium on adding mods to the Hoff-Bergman map, just because it gets kind of annoying for folks if they have to basically download a new mod every couple of days, because somebody's asked for something to be added. Of course, we need to shut the server down and add the mod and then get it started back up again. And so basically a couple weeks ago I said, all right, on this date I'm going to update with any mods that you all asked for, and then after that date we're going to not add anything until we are in winter, first year. So come winter will be the first opportunity to add or swap mods to the server. Ideally, I'd like to take mods out that we just haven't used to kind of narrow things down a little bit. I did notice that our grass is at full growth, so we can head back into the field and start mowing and baling some hay. I am excited to do that. So that's what we're going to do next.
See if I can get a screenshot of that back for you.
Is it a day cab?
You can get a day cab or a night cab or a sleeper route. Day or night. That's funny. If I only need somebody that could make that an AR truck.
I think we could twist his arm.
He's busy trying to get his math done, so I wouldn't even ask.
If we do that map, there's one industry that I know is going to be off the auction block, because Rockhound would be pretty much granted ownership of it immediately.
You mean his map?
Yeah.
His map?
Yeah. So there's one industry that
I don't want to give out any secrets.
I'm not going to give away secrets, but I can tell you there's one industry that I know that I'll just say that one's his.
He's got to be the highest bidder.
He's eminent domain. How about that?
It's paws off or he'll go ballistic.
Yeah, he's built that one from scratch.
It's his ball and his bat. If he doesn't like it, he's going to take his toys and go home.
That's right. Now, the new CCS map, the Rocky Mountain, that's got some industry in it. Not a lot, but it's got some industry in it to keep you busy during the off season. Apparently the growth season is short, the harvest season is short, and the winters are long and hard. Alrighty, here we are. Yeah, Falco, I'm sorry I don't have time to, I can't look that up, figure out what you're saying in Google Translate. You're free to join Discord. There's a link to my Discord in the description. Free to join. And you can ask your question in there. I'm not a map guy. I'm not going to be able to answer your question. But there are plenty of folks in my Discord that are modders and are map guys that would be able to answer that question for you. Here. And let's get the Bobcat. And let's get a straw bale.
Have you ever had this conflict come up before? Oh, you don't use courseplay a lot, do you, Florian?
Yeah, I use it a fair bit.
Alright, so if you select courseplay by clicking the button to call up the menu. Have you ever had a conflict where you can't close it? In other words, you can get into the menu, but you can't get out of it.
You can't get out of it because you can't click.
Once I click into courseplay, I can't select any of the options or nothing. I can't even close it.
What if you like right click on your mouse and then try?
That doesn't work either. I used to have to hold the key down while I'm doing that and move my mouse or something. Hold down one of the mouse buttons. It used to be a funky key combination.
Does the F1 menu tell you anything?
The F1 menu makes absolutely no mention of courseplay.
What if you hit spacebar? Are you in maybe something that has IC controls and you accidentally hit spacebar?
Nope. I'm not even in cab view. I'm actually in the case harvester that we used on UMRV. Not the in-game one, but one that's a little bit modded to have a little bit larger tank capacity.
We're going to do chicken breeding for a while. I don't know, I would need to be... I would just need to mess with it. I think there was... I had to hold like Alt down in order to change it. 4?
Yeah, I think it was control, actually.
Right, now there's like a control delete if you make it so it's not right click. Let's go back.
It did it.
Control delete. Right control delete. Left control delete.
Yes.
Alright, so if you bring up course play, there's a gear button, gear icon. And I think one of those options is, the top one is like how you activate course play. And the default is either right click or the left alt, left control and delete. Let's see here. You need that big John Deere to
Mouse right, it says.
there we go.
For some reason I can't change it.
I'm not telling him Alt F4. That's for virtual farmer.
You can't bring up courseplay and then go into the gear.
You know, I can do that. I just can't change the open HUD width selection. It just says mouse right.
Oh, you can't click on it? To toggle it?
I could click on it all day long, it just won't change.
Well, when I have it up, I hold down control and then I can move my mouse around the interface on it.
All right, I think we're going to bale some hay. The other option would be to forage this giant field for silage. We'll do that. We'll do that too. I want to bale some hay.
Trying to find out how I can skip nights.
Is it after 8 p.m.?
It's 3:11 in the morning.
Can't. After midnight, you can't skip night.
Oh.
Skip nights when it gets dark, like 8 or 9 p.m. till midnight. It's all at the end.
Just go to 120 speed for a couple hours until it gets daylight.
Yeah, that'll. So there's the mower. I nearly put this disc bind in the multiplayer server. Let's go up here and do this little field first. Do the fields in reverse order this time. That mirror is completely useless. I didn't add it because I thought this was too wide. I thought it was too big for the map. Oh, over here. Just $200 in eggs. Oh, that's one indestructible mailbox. Stuck on. We got stuck on some indestructible mailbox. Stuck on. Alright, let's see which field it is. Field 7. It was.
Well, you can't play mailbox baseball on that map? That sucks.
No, those old retirees, they've had enough mailboxes get lost that they have figured out how to make them indestructible. That it?
They probably probably cemented it to the ground.
There, that's it. That lowered. To do an offset. Oh, horizontal offset. Zoom out here. See if I can. Let's get over here. Get out of the way of everything. Then we'll set up an horizontal offset. Alright. That. Set. So I can see what I'm. Offset. Half meter offset. It's looking okay. It's looking good. Let him do his thing. Let's hook this up and clear him out of the way. Because this is what I have been wanting to use since day one. This little toy right here.
There you go.
Where'd you post it?
Screen, multiplayer.
What's the inside look like?
It's finished. I'll see if I can post a screenshot of it.
Where'd you get it?
I don't remember.
It's got those snorkels for air intakes.
Australian air breathers. Yay!
See, this mower should be even made around yet? Oh, there he comes. Here he comes.
Alright, there's a sleeper.
Oh, it's a little sleeper. Alright, let's see how this guy does. Yeah. For me, that's the second most important part of a truck. What's it look like outside, and then does it have an interior? Then does it get dirty?
Actually, it looks pretty nice.
That is almost perfect offset. All right, we'll go with that. So I love this rake for two reasons. One, this is the exact rake I used as a kid on the farm. Two, this particular variant has been modified to act as a tedder. Oh, shucks. Wet crop. We're not going to be able to ted anything yet. Cut, but we can't ted. DC, we're just chatting.
There's the interior.
Decent. Gauges move?
Don't know.
Does the steering wheel move?
I'll try it out and let you know.
We're mostly just chatting. I think Silver Dragon's on Hoff. Spectre was on Hoff Bergman, but is now off. He was just posting a picture of a Mack truck mod in my Discord that we were just talking about.
Yes.
You'll be able to see it in the screenshots. If anything, I could probably get rid of take some of the offset away. Drop it back down to 3 meters.
That's one thing that irks me. Nice interior, steering wheel don't move.
I don't know if the rake is MR'd or not. You have to check the MR database. Like, I'm not doing MR on this map because I didn't want to be limited to the MR stuff. And I definitely do not have the capability nor the patience to try to actually MR something. But if there's it, you know, it's one of the reasons that I don't think MR will ever have any true following other than just a very small percentage fan base, is because it's so involved in getting something properly converted to function within the MR engine. And there's so much potential for bad MR conversions that would leave people's, you know, a bad taste in their mouth for it. Basically need to wait until dry crop. Just ride around in our haybine and mow up some grass, waiting for the dry crop. Now that rake normally just windrows. CCS 101 shot me a customized version that actually teds the grass, and that's the one I've got there. But the one that is over at Modding Central, it just windrows. Oh, and of course I'm in the way. There we go. Now we had the smaller haybine on our farm. This is the bigger one, but One hay bind is just as good as another for the purposes of our gameplay here. It's an older model hay bind. The one in game is a disc bind. It uses actually little blades that rotate, as opposed to this has a cutter bar. You can't see it. Cutter bar at the bottom. Sickle bar with little shark blades that cycle back and forth. See it there at the bottom. It does windrow, which is kind of nice. It's a wet crop. We should be we should go and use our forage wagon and pick this up for the ferment silo. Leave the rake over here. Leave it, the crop dries out. We're gonna go get that forage wagon. Start foraging some grass up and put it in our silos. Now there's a veneer rake over at American Eagle's Modding. I guess it's more of a now this is what happens when you have 3 pedals and you push the clutch in instead of the brake. So pushed the clutch in and was wondering, why am I not stopping? Why am I not stopping? The veneer rake is more of a traditional rake, a more modern rake, where it V's out and it has the little spindly wheels that run on the ground. It windrows and Teds. It's over at American Eagle's Modding. I can't tell you how you would convert that one to Ted, other than maybe comparing one that does to that one. Alright. Instead of waiting, like I said, instead of waiting for a dry crop, let's just go ahead and this forage wagon. We're not going to use the trailed forager. I guess we have to, don't we? For some reason I was thinking that thing would pick the pick it up for us, but no, we got to use this. Right. We called it kicking. We had what we called a kicker, which is the kicker we used, or basically the equivalent in design to the one we used, is also over at Modding Central. It was a all it did was basically fluff it up, well, kind of like the tedders do in game, but it didn't spread it out. It just fluffed it up. It just lifted it up in the air and let it fall back down. Yeah, we pretty much always used the bar rake that I had there to roll it once. So we pretty much, you know, we put it in a gear and adjusted the hand throttle because the rake was driven by its wheels. So the faster you pulled it, the faster the rake would spin. Are you kidding me? Now it's dry after I went to all this effort. We're going to drop this and pick that darn rake back up. Of course, you know, the faster you drive, the faster it would roll it over. So if you drove around the field too fast, you would just fling the hay all over the place. Not very practical. There we go. That. Like this, I can go super fast, and it's only gonna fling it so far. But realistically, we would probably, yeah, we would probably go about 5 miles an hour around the field, just enough to roll it over once. Let's drop this down. We'll just do 8. We'll do it that way. There is a tedder over at Modding Central that looks just like what we used, PTO. It just lifted it up. See if I can pull it up real quick, and I'll link it. Yeah, we would. Yeah, that's also what we do. We'd pretty much just run it like that. Just flip it a little bit. Or I always had the I had an International 460, which was the tricycle. I would put the windrow between the rear tire and the front 2 wheels on the side and straddle it, and that's what I usually would do. And then you could just sit there and just look at the you wouldn't have to crank your neck back constantly. Let me see if I can't pull that Modding Central thing up real quick. Hold on. Turn here. Let's see here. Too far back. I got to forward. There's the mower behind me. All right, I found it. Now let me get it in chat. This is the this is what we call a kicker. We had the 486, I guess, was the trike. The 464 was probably the you know, the wide track. We had an 806. That was the and we had 986. That was the biggest tractor we had, was a International 986. We had an 806, 460, and the Super H. Those are basically, that was basically the tractor fleet. We're braking a little faster than he's mowing, so we're slowly catching up to him. Yeah, the 486 was gas, the 806 was diesel. Propane. My conversion job, eh? Oh. Oh, really? Oh, now he's... Now we're probably gonna have to... Might have to help this guy out now. But to see how well he does. See if he ends up missing grass because of that offset. What on earth is that, Rob? You know, I've gotten a diversion to just random links. Okay. Let me see what it does. Yeah, it's public. See a what I guess was for an umbrella over the seat. Man, she's beat up. Nice bucket over the exhaust. Alright, what we're going to do is, obviously, we're not going to finish this field during the stream. I'm going to go ahead and finish mowing and tetting and probably baling this field by myself. On Friday, we're going to be on Hoff-Bergman. Tomorrow, I got to run... tomorrow, I got to record some videos off camera. I just got to get some videos done, or we're going to run out of Rathland videos pretty darn quick. So what I'm going to be doing tomorrow and Friday, like I said, we're going to be on Hoff-Bergman. Probably going to get the ponies up and running. Going to play with our chickens some more, and maybe, just maybe, also get some cows. We'll have to see how our money situation is. Kind of want to hold off until mid-summer to buy the cows, because that's when the cows will be the least expensive. But we might just buy a couple just to get milk started up in our cow pastures. Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about with that offset, is he's going to be skipping a lot of grass. Alright guys, so like I said, until next time, happy farming.